Hey guys, thanks for watching the Chen Dynasty. It's Mike Chen. For most people, New Year's means a new start, new resolutions, and a fresh cleanup from all your mishaps from the year before. It's a new beginning that everyone needs, and for some cultures, it is the most important holiday of the year. Lunar New Year is different from the New Year on the Gregorian calendar, and it happens on a different date every year since it follows the moon cycle. And even though different Asian countries celebrate the same Lunar New Year, their traditions are quite different. So in this video, let's talk about these differences. Chinese people celebrate the New Year because they want to recognize a year of hard work, have a good rest, relax with family, and wish for a prosperous year to come. Before New Year's Eve, Chinese people put up red posters with poetic verses on their doors, and the Chinese word for fortune, or fu, is placed upside down as an auspicious meaning of the arrival of happiness or good fortune. People decorate their homes with lanterns and Chinese knots, and you will definitely see a lot of red because it symbolizes good fortune and joy. New Year's Eve is the most important dinner for Chinese people. This is when the whole family comes together, especially for those who live the furthest away from home, hence the crazy Chinese New Year Great Migration. And when it comes to food, you will normally find fish on the table because the Chinese word for fish, yu, has the identical sound as the word yu that means surplus, which is desired for the new year. Dumplings are also another must-have on Chinese New Year, and Chinese people usually eat them at midnight on New Year's Eve. The shape of the Chinese dumpling is similar to ancient gold, symbolizing wealth. Traditionally, a member of the family will hide a coin in one of the dumplings on New Year's Eve so that the person who finds it will likely have good fortune for the next year. After the New Year's feast, Chinese people set off firecrackers to say goodbye to the old year and welcome in the new. The firecrackers are a fun way to celebrate, and it scares off the legendary nasty Nian monster. Children especially love Chinese New Year because it is the time when they get their red envelopes, or 压岁钱. This is also known as lucky money, and adults give them to children after dinner. In return, the children will wish their elders wealth and prosperity in the new year. The Lunar New Year is also Korea's most important holiday celebration. Korean New Year, or Solao, is a special holiday for the Korean people. It is a time for family reunions and paying homage to the ancestors. Before the New Year, Korean people prepare by buying special packaged foods to give to parents and relatives. People wear the traditional hanbok and play games like Nori, which is a board game involving 4 bamboo sticks. New Year's Day is celebrated by starting off with an ancestral rite. Food is placed before ancestors, and the ritual is conducted to express gratitude and respect. Once the ritual is finished, the family gets together to eat the offered food. Another super interesting thing about Korean culture is that age is determined by the date of the new year and not your actual birth date. So when you are born, you start off as a 1-year-old. And during New Year's, a traditional rice soup called dukguk is consumed, and it is believed that after you eat it, you are considered a year older. Also, if you're wondering about North Korea, well, since the country's history, the observance of Lunar New Year has been banned until 1983 when Kim Jong-il tried to revive it, so it has been celebrated annually since. Now let's move on to Vietnam, where the Lunar New Year is called Tet. It is considered the most popular festival of the year, and the celebration can last up to 7 days. People begin their preparations by trying to get rid of bad luck from the old year by cleaning their homes, polishing every utensil, and decorating the house with kumquat trees, peach blossom branches, and other colorful flowers. Like other Asian countries, Vietnamese people believe that the color red and yellow brings good fortune, and people wear it in hopes of a better year. Gifts are exchanged between family members, friends, and relatives. Also, red envelopes are given to children just like in China. One of the most traditional foods for Tet is called banchan, or sticky rice cake. It is square, made of sticky rice, meat, and green beans, and it's wrapped in bamboo leaves. Fruit is also an important component for a Vietnamese New Year because it's colorful and meaningful. They make the new year more lively and sacred. Typically, families will choose between 5 to 8 types of fruits and assemble them into a pyramid. This plate of fruits represents the desire for good crops and prosperity. Finally, let's talk about Japan. Well, the Japanese Lunar New Year is actually as outdated as the lunar calendar existing in Japan itself. Basically, the Japanese people do not recognize the Lunar New Year as a major holiday. Japan did celebrate the Lunar New Year in ancient times, but after the Meiji Restoration era in 1868, thank you Kenshin, the entire country switched to observing the Gregorian calendar in an attempt to modernize due to Western influences. So there you go guys, those are some differences and similarities on how Lunar New Year is celebrated throughout some Asian countries. Of course, I didn't cover all the Asian countries because we just don't have enough time for that, but hopefully you found this video informative. And of course, the Lunar New Year is coming up later this week, so hopefully you guys are prepared. Hopefully you empty your stomach so you can eat for the whole day or maybe 2 days, or heck, eat for the whole week, because that's what the New Year is all about. Okay, I'm just kidding. Hopefully you guys are able to be together with your families and be able to celebrate together, and that is truly what the New Year is all about. So thank you guys all so much for watching. See you later.